All right. Welcome, guys. Welcome. So let's get right into it. You are an investor, and I want to congratulate you that. Or maybe you're a homeowner or just a regular buyer, and you would want to know the after repair value of your home. Now, after repair value, ARV, same thing. It is the value that your home is worth after it has been repaired. For most investors, that you would purchase a home at a depressed or a lower value. You will rehab the home, and then you will sell the home. Okay, so in that process where you purchase the home, you add value to the home by you're going to renovate the home somehow. Typically, what you're going to do is a typical renovation. You might put some paint on a home. There may be some light remodeling that you're going to do. There may be a roof issues. It may be plumbing issues. There may be you want to put in a new bathroom, put in a new kitchen. Typically, the what will bring the most value to a home is the front door. Believe it or not. Second thing is the kitchen, master bedroom, master bath. So if you're going to put money into a home, those are the areas that you want to concentrate on. So in other videos, we talked about the need to have a team already established, have a general contractor on board. You have done your due diligence, meaning that you have looked at the neighborhood and kind of figured out what the neighborhood would bear. We're going to cover that a little bit later in this training. You have cost out your supplies. Maybe you've had a mentor, you brought the mentor on. There may be other people that are in your circle that you needed to bring on board for this particular project. Most of the time, when you are a beginner investor, I would highly recommend that you partner up with someone that is a more seasoned person. You probably will using a hard money source, so you definitely want to understand how much the cost of money will be. Most hard money will give you money for the project. You have to bring some money to the table. It depends on anywhere between 10 to 25% typically. You're going to use private money to kind of bridge that gap. But again, we're going to talk about that a little bit later. You bring the money to the table, you have the property, you've negotiated a price. I've always said that you make your money on the purchase of the investment property, not the sale. So I'm hoping that you've gotten a really, really, really good price for the purchase of the home. And I'll hit a little bit on that when I go over how to determine the after repair value. So you've gotten that done. You've done your due diligence. Again, you reach out to the general contractor. You brought that general contractor to the property, and hopefully that general contractor has given you some ideas of what needs to be repaired, what absolutely need to be repaired, some of the things that will can be repaired now or maybe deferred, and you have a real estate agent on your team, and a real estate agent it may have given you some tips on colors, maybe some tips on what the market will bear, also some tips on what is the norm for that market. Some homes in Miami may be colored one way, or you may have that less of a traditional, more of a Mediterranean style home than in, let's say, the Midwest or maybe Tampa or some other place like that. So you don't want that home to be a sore thumb. You don't want to be out there where your home is so unique and so customized that you narrow your purchase pool. So you want to have a home that is fit the norm, the area norm, as well as you've negotiated the price down to something that where when you repair the home, there is a ability to make some money off of it. Because guess what? We are in the money making business. As investors, we definitely want to buy low. It has to be fair. You want it to be fair, But then, you want to make a profit on it. So you can buy low, you're going to increase the value of it, and then you're going to sell it. And the difference in there is your profit. That delta is your profit. And you want to make a fair profit for your time. Now, that's it. That's the case for an investor. But let's say you're a buyer. Well, this same technique that we're going to cover will work for determining the value of the home. So it's the value of the home, whether it's the after repair value or just the value. It's the same technique. The only difference is that if you're or a regular buyer, you are not rehabbing the home in most cases. Sometimes you can do a 203K and then you kind of have to determine the after repair value. But in general, 90+% of the time, you are purchasing the home. The home is move-in ready or near move-in ready, and you're going to live in that home for the time that you purchased the home. So regular buyers will benefit from this technique also. Now, let's say you're a seller and you're interested in putting your home on the market. Well, you kind of want to have an idea what that home will bear, what the price will bear in the market that you're in. That same home that is in the hood may be, if you take that same home and put it in South Beach or some trending area, maybe $1 million more in some cases. There's some homes that you would think that it has $1 million price tag, and it's almost a teardown. Sometimes people will actually, in some areas, especially if they have water, they will buy homes that are $1 million, $2 million, $3 million, $20 million homes just to tear it down and build another home because the location is such a premium. So determining what your value of the home as a seller is important. Now, you would be your agent, your listing agent will give you some clues to that also. They should come in with a comp, and they should have a presentation presented to you of what they think the value of the home would be. But if you have that little ace in the hole, you have that little knowledge that, hey, I understand what you gave to me, but I also would like to do my own research. I also would like to know how to evaluate my home, how to get a value on my home as it stands today. This will help you. This training will help you do that. Now, I want you to remember that no matter what, as a seller and a buyer, no matter, and to some degree as a investor, no matter what value you think the home is worth, when you have the home appraised by a professional appraiser, they are going to provide a value of the home at that time, and that is the value that the bank will use. So you're not going to be able to present to the bank your valuation and say, "Hey, listen, I know the appraisers say that the house is worth 500,000, but I looked at it and I think that it's worth 600,000." You say, "No, no, 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 sir, slow, you know, no. We go by what the appraised value is by a professional appraiser." So what we're doing today is we are just providing you with a little bit of background of what you can, as a layperson, what you can use and tricks that you can use and techniques you can use to determine the value of your home. Very important, very important. All right, so let's get right to it. Now, the first thing you want to do is we got to have some assumptions here. We're going to assume that you have a home that you want to evaluate, whether as an investor, it may be a potential property, it may be a property that you currently have and you're working on. It may be a property, again, that you're thinking about or someone brought to your table. As a buyer and a seller, the buyer, you've worked with an agent, and the agent have shown you many homes, and you decided to pick one of the homes that fits your eye, you and your family's eye. It works for you guys, and now you're determining what price you're going to offer to the seller. And let's say the last scenario, you are a seller and you are thinking about, hey, I am going to put my home on the market. I kind of wanted to get an idea what's out there before I call the agent. Or in some sellers actually get an appraisal on the home. In fact, in most cases, if you are $1 million and up or a very high price point home seller, you might want to get some professional appraisal done on it and a home inspection. So a lot of upper price point homes that are on the market, a lot of the sellers or and the agents are sophisticated enough. They already have that done, already have a home inspection done and an appraisal done, so that when you're submitting your offer, they have some information that they can actually, in some cases, they actually share it with you. In some cases, they just use it as background information. And then lastly, I want to point out again that even if you have done as a seller, a professional appraisal come in and did a full appraisal on your home, the bank will not accept that. They will send their own people out. So that appraisal is great information for you, but it's not necessarily the final valuation, the final value of your home. The bank will send out someone that is a neutral person, and he's going to go out and give an unbiased opinion of the valuation of your home at that time. Now, going back to scenario number one, where we, as an investor, we purchased a home and we want to determine the after repair value. Again, what that means is that this is the value of the home would be after we've done all the repairs to it. That's what I mean. ARV, after repair value, the value of the home after the repairs have been done. Okay. Now, first thing we want to do is we do a combination of a couple of things. You want to see what's on the market, or what the seller would see, or a potential buyer would see when they basically Google their home. A couple of websites that are pretty famous, everyone knows about them, that will give them an instant valuation of the home. These homes, these valuations, as you see, will not be accurate, and not be accurate at all. In fact, I pulled up the three more commonly known search sites for home pricing, and you're going to see even among these quote unquote professional valuations are major websites that are known for evaluating homes. They vary, in some cases vary pretty wildly. Okay, so the first one is Zillow. Oh, I'm sorry. And then the last thing is that what we're looking here, guys, is actually a project that our sister company, Carmena Acquisitions, actually is working on. This is actually a live product, home that we've purchased, and we are looking at the after repair value for a home. Okay, so this home is not on the market. It's been purchased, it's in the process of being rehabbed, and now we're going to see if we can determine together the valuation of this home. Let's get started. Looking at the home, this particular home is a 3-bedroom, 1-bath, and roughly 900 square foot home. So this information is right. Now we're adding no square footage to the home, no square footage. So we are not increasing the value by adding square footage, which is one of the more common ways of adding value to a property. So it's still going to be and when we're done, it still would be a 3-bedroom, 1-bath, roughly 900 square foot home. This is the address, and as you can see, Zillow thinks that the home will be worth $275,200 ish, using their estimate. And if you go further down here, you will see that they gave a range of anywhere between $248,000 to $300,000. It gave some other information, last 30 days, if there's been a change in the price per square foot. This is pretty important because when we determine a lot of the value that we determine in a home, is determined off of the price per square foot. And then again, they came up with this price here, assuming that the home is at market condition. Now we're going to just use this as a reference. Really, it's going to just give us an idea of what someone who is Googling this home, or maybe a potential seller or buyer, what they would see. So Zillow, again, I'm going to write this down. Zillow says that thinks that the home is worth $275,000. Another website that a lot of people use is realtor.com. So for the same exact address, realtor.com thinks that this particular home is worth $197,200. Now, that is a huge discrepancy from what Zillow thought the same home is. But look at what we have here. Zillow's information is not as accurate. It thinks that this particular home is a 2-bedroom, 1-bath, and this home is actually a 3-bedroom, 1-bath. So here is maybe a contributory factor of why this particular site, realtor.com, is priced or evaluated differently than our 275 to Zillow price. Okay. And then lastly, I'm going to use Redfin. Redfin is another national site. Again, Redfin is off also. If you look at Redfin, they think that this home is a 2-bedroom. Again, we know that the home is a 3-bedroom, 1-bath, 900 square foot. And they evaluated a home at $264,400, roughly 10,000, a little bit less than 10,000 from where Zillow is. So we have 3 national sites, and all 3 of them are different in their evaluation of the same exact home. Zillow has it as this home as a 3-bedroom, 1-bath, 900 square feet. Realtor.com has it as 2-bedroom, 1-bath, 900 square feet. And then this Redfin has the same exact home as 2 bedrooms, 1 bath. And the price point here is $264,412. Interesting, very interesting that 3 sites, national sites, can actually have the exact same home for low end 200,000, high end almost $276,000. That's why in many cases, guys, the homeowner and the seller is so confused because they are looking at, they have access to the internet, they have access to Google, and they know how to type in an address. So they're looking at this information and saying, wow, suppose that there was a seller, this home was being sold by a seller, and the seller looking at the price and said, wow, my home can be sold anywhere from under 200,000 to almost 280,000. I mean, $80,000 difference. And that's why if you are an agent and you're a buyer's agent working with, or a listing agent, and you're working with the seller, you want to give guidance. And this training, this masterclass will actually give you that. But if you are a investor, then you want to know what the true value of this home, because the worst thing you can do as an investor is pay more for the home, and you actually losing money on the rehab. So knowing what the value of a home and knowing how to determine the true value of the home, so important. All right. Most investors, I want to recommend that you use a real estate agent, to help you determine the valuation of a home. Now, if you are a investor, you want to be upfront with the agent. You want to say, hey, listen, I am a real estate investor. I'm a wholesaler. I'm a real estate investor. I'm a fix and flip guy. I'm a buy and hold guy. Whatever investing, however you are investing, you want to be upfront with the agent. Say, this is what I plan to do. Will you help me? If you are upfront with an agent. Let them know what they're going to do and make sure that there's some type of win-win in there. These guys, agents, are professional, in most cases, full-time agents that working in an industry that is 100% commission. So they're looking for a return on their time. They're looking for some type of return on their time. And most of the time, that return is through commission. Whether you pay the commission or the seller pays the commission, you want to be fair. You want to make it a win for that agent. And if you do that, I tell you, you're going to have an agent that will really help you with what you want to do. Because at the end of the day, if you make a purchase as an investor, and even if it's you're not that you're getting something and where the seller is not paying the agent and you pay the agent, and that agent helps you make $100,000 or $80,000 on that investment that you had just purchased. Guess what? Now you're making $75,000 instead of 80, and that's not a bad day. But let's say you don't use a professional real estate agent. Let's say you don't use someone that's knowledgeable about that particular location or that particular area, and you purchased that same home, and now you didn't use the agent, and now you purchased that home for $60,000 more than what it was actually worth. Now you made $10,000 because you didn't want to spend $5,000 on professional help. That just doesn't make any sense. And you want to be a smart investor. You really do. There was a case actually recently that some of these iBuyers, I'm not going to say any names, but some of these iBuyers lost their shirt because they thought an algorithm could determine the price of a home. And they lost billions with a B. Some algorithms wouldn't take into account that a home that is on the lake has a different price point than a home that is across the street from the lake. And they evaluated the home exactly the same because they was in such a close proximity. Because they depended on their algorithm to be the sole input on home valuation. That was just one case where they lost their shirt. In fact, this particular company is no longer doing that. They're out, they stopped buying and trying to liquidate their inventory at a discounted price. Cost them, like I said, billions. So it's good to have, data, to have that empirical data that you are, you're looking at, and you have these sites that you have that you have looked at. I mentioned the Zillows of the world, but then also you want to bring in a professional to either co-sign on that, back up, or provide additional input on why that home will be more. You can get more for that home or less. Okay. So we're going to assume that you are working with a real estate agent, and we're going to assume that an agent has access to their MLS. Okay. And this is what an MLS looks like to an agent. This is if you go to search and residential, that's where I'm at now in the details section. First thing you want to do is go into your map, and you're going to put in the address of the subject property, the address of the property that you want to get a value for. In this particular case, it's 19.2 Tampa. All right. This takes you to the home, the map of the home. Now, one thing that I want to point out is that this particular home, as you can see, is in the middle of, I'm going to zoom out here, is in the middle of an area where you don't have any water. You're far enough away from the interstate, And so the home prices here will be pretty stable. Okay. But let's say you was over here and you have some homes here. Let me expand, drill in a little bit. And we may have a good example here. Okay, so in this particular case, you have two homes here that potentially has a water view. Okay, and look at the prices for these homes. This is $1.8 million, 1.9, and these are, by the way, these green icons here are homes that are on the market, currently on the market, and you can see that this home is pretty close to the Hillsborough River, and they're going for 1.9 and 1.8 respectively. Now, not that far from this home, a couple of blocks over, these homes, these are 5-bedroom homes that are 1.7 and 1.79. So just a couple of blocks, you got $200,000 different roughly. If you go further in, this home here is 1.4. So as you get closer to water or some type of major amenity, or maybe there's an area that has a master plan, that all affects, those external conditions all affects the price of your home. And you, in most cases, a algorithm is not going to pick up on that. All right, so I'm going to go back to our property. So let me go back here. And as you can see, we don't have to worry about those external deals. Now, one thing that I do want to mention is that, and this is from local knowledge, is that this right around here, they have new construction. So they're actually building new construction in this area. Okay. And the proximity to downtown, let me go down here a little bit. Let me try to get the optimum. So right, this home here is not that far to downtown. You see right across the little bridge here, there's a university here, right here, University of Tampa. Old Hyde Park is another area that is very popular. Channel Side District, all downtown. They are building, and there's a couple of major projects that if you go to, you can see a couple of projects that I discussed, the Rome Yard project, and then we're going to have an upcoming series on Water Street project. So you can see this is a very short commute there. That's going to have an effect on the value of the home. Going back to our subject property. Next thing you want to do is you want to draw a area around the property that you want to pull comps from. Okay, I'm going to bring it up to here. And we're going to determine that depending on how many sold properties that we have, will determine what price that, or whether I need to expand my search area. Okay. And then you're going to go back to the criteria. We're currently looking at active prices, and I want to go to sold prices, and I want to see if anything is pending. Okay. You could go to expired, but actually when I click on it, I don't have just one expired property. I'm not going to let that. So we have sold properties last 6 months, and then anything pending last 6 months, and then ending active, and we have 5 matches. Looking at the matches, it says that, let me expand this a tad for you guys. And you can see that we have a 3-bedroom, 1 bath. We have another 3-bedroom, 2 bath to compare that's been sold. We have a 3-bedroom, 2 bath, a 2-bedroom, 2 bath, and then a 3-bedroom, 2 bath. All of these are sold properties. Now, if I wanted a little bit more of a sample size, I can go back here, and if I can go back to the map, and I can expand this map. Let me delete this shape. Okay, and let me zoom in just a tad. And I can expand all the way out. But even if I expand it out, guys, I'm only going to pick up 1 or 2 more homes. So let's go ahead and just stay in the area that we had. Well, I am going to go and expand out to these other 2 properties that's over here. So again, I just want a little bit of more of a larger sample size. I want to pick up these homes here. All right. All right. And I'm going to go to the results area here. And as you can see, I picked up a couple of more. All right. Now, I'm going to evaluate each home that are in my target area. And I'm going to compare that home to a home that is in the same general condition, the same square footage as the home that we're going to fix up. Okay. So again, we're looking at after repair value. That's what we're looking at, not the value of the home that we purchased, but the home that we're going to repair. So you want to think about that. We're looking at a home that is finished, the after repair value. And we're going to go by square footage. Another one, something that you want to make sure you understand is that this particular home is in all of the websites. They say the home that is 864 square foot, 864, and the square footage, even on this last one, 864. So that's one thing that they're consistent with, 864 square feet, 864. We're going to need that number. Okay, going back to and we're going to compare homes to a finished version of the home that we're going to have. Now, this home, if you're looking through the photos, you can see that this particular home, let me expand the photo there. They're showing the area and they're not showing the interior of the home. So, pro tip, guys, if they're not showing you the interior of the home, it's probably in a poor condition. And what they're saying is that located in the exciting area of, again, this is a hot area, the West River redevelopment project, 3-bedroom, 2 bath near. So they're not. It's under lease for $1,500 a month, almost $1,600 a month until January 31st, and they're not showing you the interior of the home. This is not a home that is a good subject for our evaluation, so we're going to discard this home. Okay, now this is a home that's been fixed up, and let's look at it. We have a couple of things that we want to look at here. One is that we definitely want to look at the bids and bath. We want to look at how many days it's been on the market. That's going to give us a good determination of if it was priced right. The market was a little bit different than the market is now. It was extremely hot, so we got to factor that in. But roughly, the less days that it's been on the market means that it was priced, correctly or near correct. If it has 0 to 1 or 2, maybe 5 days on the market, a lot of times it wasn't priced correctly. Actually, it was priced underpriced, and the market thought that it was extremely hot deal, means that it was you can purchase it at a value. That's why it went so quickly. Again, this is skewed a little bit because we just can't was in a bubble, and the homes were going extremely, extremely, extremely fast. Okay. All right. And another thing that we want to see is we want to see the heated square area. So our home again is 864, and this home is a little bit larger, at 1,100 square feet. That's why the sell price per square foot right here is so important, because that's going to break up the sold price, which is 329.9, and by the square footage, and then divided by the square footage, and it's going to give you the price per square foot. But let's look at the house. Like the color. Look like they did a complete repair. Look at this, guys. Nice paint, flooring. Okay, kitchen is kind of funky, guys. Look at the kitchen, guys. Let's look at if you notice, you come in and you got a window breaking it up, and you got the countertop, and way in the back here you have the refrigerator and the stove, and it's almost like they want you to, this space here, they want to imply that it's an eating space. It's just odd, guys. It really is odd. I would think that maybe they moved the kitchen. Yeah, it's just odd. All right. This looked like a master bath here, and this is the master bedroom. They use same color throughout. Completely upgraded the bathroom, remodeled it. Okay. Okay. Got a new tub in there too. Laundry area. We have the new water heater that they're showing. Oh, they got a deck. They built a deck on the back. Okay, it's nice. Very nice. All right. Built a nice little deck. And they're showing you the layout of the home here. Okay. All right. Now, what they're not showing you, let's go back here. They didn't show you a good picture of the yard. They kind of gave it here, but if the yard was outstanding, they probably would have gotten a couple more. You can put 46 photos in the MLS. They could have had more yard photos. All right. And they didn't. Okay. So they're showing the lot here. All right. So all in all, they did a pretty good job on this particular property. And the listing agent is really hyping it. They're hyping the area and so on. The key point is that this particular home, which is a little bit different from our home, is sold at $298.82 per square foot. So let's just say $299. So we're going to write this down, $299. And we just want to make a point out that this after repair value of this home, the condition of this home after the repair of it is going to be better. It's better than ours. So while we would have touched everything, I think that the overall appointments is slightly better. Okay. So something to remember. All right, let's go to the next one. All right, so here, this was a 3-bedroom, 2-bath. The square footage is 1,250 square feet. It was only market only 5 days. Okay. It was on the market for 409 and it sold for 415 and it sold for $332 a square foot. By the way, guys, this home is literally across right next to our property. The property, this is 1924 West Chestnut, and we have our project is 1922 West Chestnut. So right here is our subject property. So literally is the next home over. Let's take a look at it. Okay, nice color, nice floor. Look like they did some new ceiling. Look like new track lighting. Nice. Okay. And the kitchen, while updated, I don't think that's granite. I don't think that's granite, guys. Let's see if we can zoom in on it. Nope, can't zoom in. Maybe they have some. And the appliances are not stainless steel. Okay. Just black appliances. Okay, has a little room here they're using to work out. Okay, nice updated bath. I like the colors. And a spare bedroom, using it as look like a little studio and office hangout. Let's see, got a little office table here. Nice little size. Okay. Okay. All right. And this is your master. Okay. So that looks like a queen size bed. And they have good window treatment. The flooring is the same flooring throughout. Okay, so let's go back. Is it? Let's take a look. Looks like they have, yeah, it's not. It is not the same flooring throughout. So they have, look like original flooring here. You can tell because you can see the scuff marks right here. All right. Okay. That many scuff marks, I would imagine, it kind of looks like they had maybe an animal there, maybe a dog or something with claws. Okay, so you don't have the original flooring in the bedrooms. Okay, nice bath, like I said. This is the master, taking a couple of different angles. Master bath, completely redone, looks like. Nicely done. All right, some more of the living area. Here's that floor that I was telling you about, kind of scuffed out here. Okay. Oh, nice patio. Look at this, guys. Look at the backyard. Really nice. This is backyard is definitely superior to what we're going to do. So that adds value. Okay. Nice. Very nice. A little extra storage here. Let me go back. Got a little extra storage there. And they did some landscaping. So yeah, looks good. Looks good. All right. All right. So that's the tour of that one. Couple things. Only on the market 5 days. It was listed at 409. And again, this was at the height of the market. The market was super hot then. And it sold for 415. So $7,000, $6,000 more. And the price per square foot that it sold at was 332. So $332 per square foot, 332. And again, this is superior to what we're going to do. All right. Let's look at the next example. Another home, 1,365 square foot. It was, sometimes you're going to see this, guys, where active days on the market and cumulative days on the market, CODM. Okay, so active days on the market means exactly that is the amount of days on the market, but cumulative days, the number's not the same. It means that they took the home off the market for whatever reason and put it back on the market. sometimes it's they may wanted to fix something up. Maybe there was a room, they put it on the market, and maybe someone had some comments about a certain room, and they took it out, they fixed that room, maybe painted it. I mean, there's a lot of legitimate reasons why someone will put a home on the market, then take it back off, and then put it back on the market. Let's look at it. Nice. Nice front. All right. Looking good so far. Love the door. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, guys. Look at that. This feature wall here, very unique. I'm not sure if I've seen one like this. Have the fireplace, the electric. Um, One big great room. I love how they tied this hole in. If you look there, really nice, really nice. They did a good job on this. Okay, let's continue on. So this was a long, skinny, look like great room where they broke up into different sections. And this looked like it's stage furniture, and the stager did a good job to kind of show how each one of the sections could be used. And this is the value of having staged property. If this was not staged, then a potential buyer could not see that, hey, I can use this for like a living area, and maybe this for a dining area, and then have the kitchen in the back. They would have just possibly seen one big room. Good job for the stager. Okay, so they're breaking it up. Like I said, they showed how they can use this little area here as the dining, formal dining. Little touches I want to point out. See how the wood here is takes inspiration from the wood here. So that's nice. Good job. And they're really got it. They're really pumping up this great room area with all of the photos, and they should you should definitely highlight any areas that are or anything that can add value to your property. So if this is a highlight of your home, you want to take a ton of photos, which they did here. Awesome job. Okay. So they put the microwave down here. And so this is a Long Island dishwasher, the farmyard sink, and then they have the microwave down there and some drawers, looks like. Good job. And again, it's all about this room. So far, we've gotten 21 photos, and we have not left the great room. Okay, it has the bathroom here off the kitchen, completely updated. Then you have right by the kitchen behind there, you have a bedroom. I think it's the master. Let's take a look. Yeah, it's the master. And behind there, looks like behind the headboard here, right up in here, you have the bathroom. Nice, nice, very nice. These guys did a pretty good job. Now he's taking us out back, laundry room. Looks like they have a little mud room kind of set up here. And then we're gonna go outside, and they sawed it. You can kind of see how the grass is growing in here. So they brought new grass in. New sod, completely fenced. Gave you that privacy. I don't think that's a new AC, but all right. And then they showing us the roof. All right. So this is a nice home. Again, it's superior to ours. And they sold it for 309, let's say 310 price per square foot. 310. All right. And our last example here, this is 1,343 square foot. It's been on the market 11 days, and they sold it for 333. I wonder if this one has a pool. All right, let's go to the front. All right, let's see. Nice. I like that. This is agreeable gray, kind of the gray that I like using. Nice, nice flooring. Not granite. This is not granite. This is Formica. Okay, so they did some paving. Okay. All right. Is this a mother-in-law suite? Kind of looks different. I wonder if this is a mother-in-law suite. Let's take a look. It says, okay, so this is virtually staged. All right, so, okay, so they sold at the height of the market. And I think this home probably got a boost from the timing. It's timing. Let's go back through it again. The paint is okay, uh, but it they looks like they maybe virtually staged it, so that's why the house looked kind of different, guys. It really does. I did see a new AC. Looks like that AC is new, and the roof looks new. Definitely newer. All right. Okay. All right. And this one sold for 334. And again, this is superior to ours, 334. All right. So I'm going to go back to the very first one that we saw that was roughly 290, 299. And it looks like this is 239. And we're not going to consider this. This is more of a tear down. I mean, more of a non rehab. Okay. So this was here. So our home is after repair value would be somewhere between this home here, which is 239. Let's say that's 239.5. So let's say 240, 240 and 299. That's going to be the range of our home. It's going to be better than this one, but not quite as good as this one. Okay. So if we take our numbers and our home is roughly 864 square feet. Okay, so we take 864 and we multiply that by our low end, which is 240, $240 a square foot. So let's do this. 864 times 240 equals 207.3. The very low end. And then our high end is 299 times 864. Two, 5, 8. Okay. Now, when you add in the fact that you have a couple things here, you have and I want to bring you back to the area and the fact that they have new builds in the area. So if you go in and look at I'm going to go back here to our map. And you see that in this area here, right in here, guys, brand new construction. And then here, and I wish I could show you guys on the map. Let's see if we can do it this way. I'm going to delete this shape. And I want to show you up in here where the the big growth is. You have a home here, 3 bedroom, 1 bath, that is on the market for, let me go here, pull it up. The list price is 3,597, and the price per square foot is list price per. I'm sorry, the list price is 3,799. The price per square foot is 3,595. Okay, 359. All right, and then I'm going to go back to our map, and this one is near water. They selling it for 800,000. They sold it. I'm sorry. This one here, another one near water that was sold. This is on Rome Street. By the way, guys, the project is named Rome Street. Rome Street Redevelopment Project. So down here, up along here, you see that these are selling at a premium. Our home, right here, guys, not that far away from here, and it's not that far away from, as I showed you earlier, downtown Tampa, as well as the University of Tampa. So what that means is that you have a premium that you can put on for the on the home for the area premium. So really what you have here is anywhere between 260 and, really, I hate to say it, but it looks like Zillow was pretty accurate. You have here 246 for our low, and we said our low is that all the way up to 300. Can't get, won't likely get 300, but anywhere between 260 and 280, let's say, at $20,000 is where we want to look at possibly selling that price, anywhere between 260 and 280. So that again is how you want to evaluate your homes. You want to take, just a recap, you want to take and look at 3 of the sites here. In our example, we used Zillow, Realtor.com, and Redfin. And actually, Redfin was pretty much spot on as for our low end too. And then we actually looked at the home, and we saw that using MLS, we saw that the home basically comped out at on a very, very low end, that 260-ish or so. On our high end, you're looking at I'm sorry, on low end, it looked like it was the low twos, and on high end, it was at 260. And so, not counting in the area and other factors that are going on currently in that particular area. And we came up with that. Now, if you are a listing agent, you would take that and you would go to your seller and say, "Hey, Mr. Seller, here's what I got. This is," you want to give them a value certain. So let's say the value is 270. You say, "Well, Mr. Seller, here's the range, and here is a recommendation of it." And you're looking at the house, and you're looking at making sure that the home has the appointments that's similar to the other home. You have new appliances, or you're going to get new appliances, fresh paint, those type of things. And then you pick a price. If it has all those things, that's new, fresh paint, and all that, it's going to be on the higher end of that scale. If it's not, they don't want to do anything, it's going to be on the lower end of that scale. If they are really want to purchase, because let's say there's a timeline where they want to move, let's say they got a new job in a different state and they want to move, then you're looking at maybe placing your home on the lower end of that scale, maybe closer to 260 than the 280. But if they've updated everything and they want to maximize the value of the home, then now you're going to place it toward the upper end of that scale. For investors, it's a little bit different, because you have an after repair value, and that after repair value means that you renovated the property. So you purchased the property, you renovated it, meaning that you put in labor, you put in parts, supplies. Is in many cases is brand spanking new. In this particular property, we putting in a new AC, a new roof, a new water heater, new cabinets, uh, completely new flooring, new paint inside and out. I mean, it is completely a new home. So in that particular case, we're going to definitely be on the higher end of that of the scale, because it's like the owner of property, the potential owner would get a brand new home. They're going to get all of the unique qualities of an older home, but all of the guts, all of the everything is going to be brand new, including the doors, including the windows. So um, and also they're going to be in an established area that is near the short commute to work, and walking distance almost to all of the new things that are going on in Romeo project. All that needs to be factored in, and then you come with a price. So that is how you want to look at developing and determining the after repair value. And you want to do that like a pro. You want to take all that information, you want to take the science, you're looking at the numbers, and then also you want to apply that to your gut, your empirical data. You want to apply that to that data that is subjective, you know, and you come up with a price. You put that on the market, and then the market itself will tell you what it would bear. If you get a home that you no matter what price you think it is, and you put it on the market and you have no movement on that home, guess what? You probably priced it too high. If you have a home that you put on the market and in the first 2 days you got 30 offers, you probably put that home on the market too low. So you definitely want to listen to what the market will bear, and then determine whether or not you place that home on the market too high or too low. But that's it, guys. As always, you definitely want to buy low, repair it, sell high as an investor. And more than anything else, you want to stay grinding.